Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be reacting to this Ray William Johnson video. This preacher finally got exposed, but yeah, I'm not sure what the exposing was for, because sometimes these, I guess, religious leaders, they hide behind their religion to act like the good person, but behind the scenes they're like, he looks evil in this picture, so I don't know. But yeah, they're doing stuff behind the scenes that normal people don't do, such as I don't know, stealing money or doing bad things to I don't know, I guess women or like kids. I don't know what they're doing. I'm not gonna assume right now, but I guess I'll find out when I stop talking and watch the video. So let's get into the video, and please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below.
This preacher loves his religion. He also loves money. And this
Oh,
scam is about to make
about
him
money.
super rich. His name is Peter, and Peter generally travels around the United States preaching in various venues. He also preaches on the radio a lot. But then, in 1982...
Yeah, I also wonder, like, how do all these, like, preachers and pastors with these mega churches and stuff, how do they become so rich? Because I know people donate money to the church, but I thought the church or the money was for like materials that they need or for like donations. But are they just transferring the money to their accounts?
Everything changes
I don't know.
for
Like,
him
how do they get
because
paid
he starts preaching
so much
on
money?
TV. And there, he can see right away that he's gonna make a ton of money off this. And so he comes up with this insane scam. Now, the first part of this is he gathers these huge congregations to preach to. Then he starts faith healing. Like, he pretends he can heal people with his hands.
Fake.
He'll heal the blind.
I don't understand how people
cancer
believe this.
just by touching someone.
Glory to God, there it is. I tell you, a release, a divine release of God's...
Okay, so I think I have seen these videos and people actually believe. I don't understand why people are so gullible. I really don't understand.
People believe this, and they'll come from all over the country to get healed.
Here it comes in the mighty and the matchless name of Jesus. Restoration!
Like, these have to
He
be
finds a
paid
lot of
actors or
success
something.
doing this. And people are watching this on TV, and they're donating. So now, bro is really starting to get paid. Oh, but that's not the only part of this scam. The other part is during his sermon, he'll call out the names of random people in the audience, people he's never met. And amazingly, Peter will already know a ton about them. He'll know their first and last name, he'll know their home address, he'll know what illnesses they're suffering from. And he says he can do this not because he's psychic, but that he can do this because his God is feeding all of this information to him. So, it must be a miracle. And the audience sees this and they're like, how did he know all that information about this stranger? And they're always so impressed. And so his popularity grows.
Paid actor.
And it grows. And soon his faith healing sermons are broadcast all over the US and Canada on 51 TV outlets and over 40 different radio stations. And at this point, Peter is allegedly making
Was interrupted by an ad.
$500,000 a month.
Dang, a month?
$500,000 a month. In the 80s. Not only that, he and his ministry started
In the 80s, that's a lot of money.
all kinds of ridiculous blessed items, like miracle manna bread, holy anointed oil keychains, all kinds of shit. But whatever, bro doesn't seem to care, because he's starting to get crazy rich now, and it seems like everyone believes him, and no one is gonna call him on his bullshit. Until... Here's the thing, though. Not everyone watching Peter's sermons on TV are impressed. Specifically, this guy isn't impressed. James. And James, he's a stage magician, and he's also a very popular skeptic, and he's publicly known to debunk scams and other things he finds bogus. And so James sees Peter's shows on TV, and he's like, yeah, this guy's a con artist. And so he gets a group of volunteers together, and they all decide to try and figure out exactly how Peter is pulling off this scam. And so James and this group, they go to one of Peter's sermons, and it's in this big auditorium, probably 10,000 people there. And at one point, the whole place is passing buckets around because they're collecting donations. And one of James's volunteers uses this as an excuse to get close to the stage so that he can get a good look at Peter. And once he's there, he notices Peter is wearing a hearing aid. And he thinks, well, that's weird. This guy can like heal people with his hands.
But he didn't heal
and
himself?
Can't heal himself because he's wearing a hearing aid.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes back and he tells James, and they conclude that that's not a hearing aid at all. It's an earpiece, and someone must be
Giving
feeding Peter
information.
information through that earpiece. So they all go to his next sermon to investigate further. This time they bring a radio scanner. And one of James's volunteers dresses up as a security guard, and he stands in the back. And as soon as
And what
Peter
year is
comes on
this?
stage and starts preaching, their scanner intercepts his radio transmission, and
Oh.
they can hear a voice through that scanner.
What does it say?
Hello, Petey. I love you. I'm talking to you. Can you hear me? If you can't, you're in trouble.
Now that voice is this woman, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is Peter's wife.
Oh.
And she is hidden in a different room, and she's feeding Peter all this
Dang, what year is it? They had all this technology in the 80s? Okay.
information through his earpiece.
We have a hot one for you. Robert K. Wood.
Who is Robert Wood? Is it Robert
Robert K. Wood.
K. Wood? Robert
K.
K.
Wood.
Wood.
That needs surgery.
You need
His
surgery.
veins aren't
The doctors
going.
were going to do surgery on you?
Okay, so here's how they were pulling off this scam. So the church would have the congregation fill out prayer cards before the sermon, and they would put them in a prayer box. And Peter's wife would sneak in and switch the boxes out. And then she would read people's information off the prayer cards to Peter through his earpiece.
Right next to her is Morris Christman.
Just a minute. Who is Morris?
Christman.
Christman?
Yeah, he's got hernia and high blood pressure.
You've got a hernia also.
And as far as the faith healing goes, I mean, he's not really healing any of these people. They just think he is because they're caught
It's
up
like
in the moment.
placebo or
because they're
something?
so hopeful and full of adrenaline. But he's not healing anyone. So anyway, James takes all of these recordings and he goes on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, which is the biggest show on TV during this time. And they play these recordings on the show for all of America to hear. And poor Peter is finally exposed as a fraud. And so then he has to lie and publicly deny it. And first he says, no, that wasn't my wife feeding me information through an earpiece. One of my haters hired an actor to try and set me up. In fact, he comes up with a bunch of excuses. But at the end of the day, the general public is like, fuck you, you're a con artist. And from there, donations to Peter's church slow down dramatically. And within a year, his whole organization files
How? Like $500,000 a month? And you lost all that money? Like, that's crazy. I don't understand.
for
How
bankruptcy.
you lose all that money?
Oh, but that's not the end of Peter's story, because bro still loves money, and he's still determined to be rich. He's about to make a
But also, the people that he healed, did they never, like, come out and say, like, I wasn't healed? Like, they never got interviewed on TV? Like, he touched my head, but I'm still sick. Like, no one ever came out?
back. And so about 10 years go by, and Peter decides, yeah, he'll give that whole scamming religious people thing another shot.
Oh my
But
gosh.
this time he decides to specifically target the black community. And so he starts to buy up commercial
Black
time
people didn't watch
slots on
TV?
BET. And there, he's advertising his sermons, and he's soliciting donations.
They didn't see what happened
He has
before?
this thing where he promises to heal people through the mail if they send him money. Not sure how that works. He also preaches the prosperity gospel, where
People
he
are
tells
so
people that if
gullible.
they
Oh my
send
gosh.
him a little money, that the Lord will
Just
then
because he
bless
talks
them
loud,
in return by
you think he's
making
doing
them
something?
wealthy. It's ridiculous and transparently corrupt. Regardless, surely enough, Peter's star starts to rise again, and the donations start rolling in. But I guess it's still
That's so weird. Like, none of these people saw the scam a few years ago, a few years earlier. No one talked about it to their friends. Like, oh my gosh.
not enough money for him, because then he comes up with his
Looks like
best
Simon Cowell.
yet most absurd idea yet. Selling, and I'm not making this up,
Holy water?
blessed holy water through the mail.
How did I
Miracle
guess this?
spring water. This is apparently holy water that will not only heal you, but will make you rich.
You can be free to enjoy
my
all
gosh.
of God's richest blessings. That's why he wants to send you your free packet of Miracle Spring Water.
Free
Your
packet?
point of contact for the miracle you need.
And as stupid as that sounds, it works, and it works well. And over the next few years, he and his church become super fucking wealthy. In fact, by 2003, he and his organization are making over $9 million a year.
I will send you the
I was gonna say a
miracle
month.
spring water. I'll send you the instructions. I'll tell you how to use it to see total victory in every area of your life.
And by 2005,
Where's the other guy that
allegedly,
exposed him?
Peter's company makes $24 million
Why is there a finger on his head? Okay, AI.
just that year alone. Then, of course, the church buys him a $4 million house to live in, tax-free because, the church technically owns it. And later, they buy him a Bentley. And if that isn't depressing enough, apparently, to this day, he's still out there preaching on TV.
What?
And he's still running late-night TV ads selling miracle spring water.
Release your faith now by calling for your free packet of Miracle Spring Water.
Oh, my.
People are still gullible. Like, did they not hear what happened all those years ago when he got exposed the first time? And now it's like 2025, so like people can just look at stuff for themselves, but they still paying money for this holy water. Is probably just from his sink. I don't know. Dang, that's crazy. People are so gullible. He got exposed, but he's still doing what he does best, I guess, scamming people. But I don't understand people that are so easily influenced by other people. Like, it's so weird to me. But anyway, that is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below. And if you want to see my experiences in Korea, you can check out my first channel, SEKSHI V. And if you want to see my other socials, it's right here under my face. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.